So welcome everyone to another community call. We have some exciting previews. Most of the agenda is previews rather than releases, and general sort of strategy updates, with the goal to give you guys some insight into what's on the horizon, and also collect some feedback. First on the agenda, we'll be previewing the new desktop wallet that's in the works. This will just be some screens, essentially. Then we're going to look at some POKTscan updates. There's been quite a lot of updates to POKTscan since the last call, and if you don't follow it along closely, it would be quite easy to fall behind. So we'll do just a roundup of updates from POKTscan. Then I'll be doing an intro to our new community strategy and the Discord refactor that we have planned, and Mike will then introduce Operation Overclock. Without any further ado, I think we can get started with previewing the new desktop wallet. Vali, do you want to take it away?
Sure. You're going to present your screen. Or you want me to?
I hadn't planned to present my screen for the wallet part.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we should have. I should have.
No problem. I have it. I have it all here. Don't worry. So yeah. So I'll present my screen. Just give me 1 second. So then, you see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Good. So this is. We're good? What you said, Alberto? Sorry? Should I continue? Okay, great. So this is a very short overview, a little bit and a sneak peek of what we are working on a downloadable wallet with a couple features that are different than our current wallet is working on. First of all, the motivation to make a downloadable wallet is to have more features that allowed us to manage multiple accounts inside of the wallet, and also because of security issues, we cannot make it online, so you store your keys and will be more safe for navigation, and the UX will be better. This is an overview of how may look like wallets summarized or aggregated version of all the accounts that you are going to be able to import to this wallet, and have a general review of all the transactions you've done, how many accounts you have there, if you have a number of nodes or total applications, and also the total pocket that you are staking in overall all the accounts. One of the nice features that we will have in this wallet is a watch-only version of the account. You will be able to import an account with only an address and add it to your watch list, and see how this account is behaving, the balance, if it's a stake or the latest transaction that is going to be that are done in this account. And one more view that we have here is the normal account view, where we are going to be able to see the same information we currently have, but with a very UI that is check if the account is an application or a node, how much is at stake, latest transaction, and account information. The account information allowed us also, don't have it there, but I will show you a little bit more from here. The account will also allow us to access the downloadable key file and private key at every time, but always we have to prove our credentials of these accounts. That's also something interesting. So we have always the chance to back up our accounts. Having features like send, on jail, on stake are also part of the plan of this new wallet. So that's it. A very little sneak peek to see what is coming next with the downloadable wallet. If you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, I'm all ears now or in DMs or in the community channels.
Awesome. Thanks, Valley. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, just unmute and speak. We don't have a raise hands feature in this channel. But yeah, so POKTscan will actually be taking place at the end. So I will go ahead and give an introduction to our new community strategy. So this is something that I'm personally driving forward. The goal is to be more proactive about driving engagement with our community, specifically with this objective of converting as many community members as we can into contributors to the project and to reward them for their contributions. And this is essentially going to help to grow organically our DAO and to make our DAO not just a governance entity that approves or rejects proposals to change parameters, etc., but is actually an open source community of contributors in all areas, whether it's code contributions, finding business development leads, etc. And one of the first steps towards this goal is to try and surface more opportunities for community members to contribute. So we are towards this goal. We are planning to refactor the Discord server. I will be most likely implementing this this weekend, probably at a time when there's a low amount of activity, probably Sunday, just to try and minimize disruption. And the main goal of this Discord refactor is to simplify things and ultimately make opportunities more discoverable and make the activity in the community less overwhelming and easier to curate for yourself. So I'll share my screen and give a quick walkthrough of this new Discord structure that we have in mind. Okay, let me see. Okay. So you should all see Discord. Yes, I'm in white mode. I do this not because I like it, but to make sure that all the colors and emojis and etc. Work in both light and dark mode. So yeah, no shade, please. So this is the test server for the Discord. We will be implementing this. We're not going to be moving to a new server. We're going to be implementing the new structure in the existing server. It would be dumb to do otherwise. But yeah, so you'll see here, there's a lot fewer channels. There may be more channels for some of you who've not like unlocked or opened up the entire server. but there's a lot fewer channels here. Overall, things have been condensed and simplified. In many ways, enabled by the new Discord threads feature that was released not too long ago. And using this threads feature, the goal is to, we'll still have the benefits of ephemeral communication that Discord provides versus a platform like Discourse, but we'll actually get some of the benefits of structured communication that forums normally provide. So you'll have the welcome channel here, like usual. An announcements channel. We're going to split the announcements channel off from the news channel and try and keep announcements to a slower stream of higher value announcements. And this is the first example of where threads will come in handy when there are exciting announcements or any announcements. People will be able to just dive in and discuss the announcement specifically, even though this channel will be read-only for everyone except team members and admins. Everyone will be able to discuss what's going on. So there's more opportunities to get involved and chat about stuff. Same with events. We're going to keep our event calendar system, but now you can actually discuss the event in the thread. Have a new highlights feature where this will essentially allow people to collectively curate the best stuff that's going on in the community by reacting to messages with a pocket emoji, the dab emoji, the pocket parrot, etc. So I'm excited to implement this finally. This has been something I've wanted to do for a while. And yeah, now the community chats are going to be vastly simplified. We just got an introductions channel, the lobby, which is where the Telegram chat will be bridged to, a node channel, an app channel, and then a support feed where people will be able to submit their support request, and we can discuss the support in a thread. All of these threads will be discoverable in many ways. You can click the thread button at the top to see all active and archived threads and scroll through them. You can look over here to see all active threads. And when you hover over a channel, you should, I'm in all of them, so let me just real quick unarchive a few of these. When you hover over a channel that has active threads, you'll also be able to see them here and dive right in. Obviously, everything is also searchable, and we will aim to, on the admin side, make sure to be naming threads with helpful titles to make them easier. The hope is we don't want to undermine organic discussion that often happens in the Node Runner channel. That's still going to be taking place here, but if someone has like a specific bug report or support request and they want it to be more structured and they just want their own little safe space to talk about it, then that provides that. So yeah, and then these are actually some new features that we're going to have. We'll have the ability for people to volunteer for different types of contributions. So getting involved in settling new blockchains, answering questions, building tooling, etc. You'll be able to come in here, volunteer for specific things, and by doing so, you're consenting to people tagging you with opportunities, which is where the quest channel comes in. This will be where everyone can report opportunities for contributions in our ecosystem, and then discuss it in the threads. And what we'll be doing is when there's an opportunity for specific roles here, we'll tag people in it to bring them in and make sure that you don't miss anything. So yeah, I don't want to go too much deeper into the other stuff, but that's the general idea of how we're planning to refactor the Discord. We have ambitions in the long run to have essentially other servers that would otherwise be in other projects would be for internal coordination, but to actually selectively open these up to engaged community members and contributors to help community members work alongside core team members as if they were on the core team. So we'll be working towards that, but the vision is a long-term multi-server metaverse where you have this high-level community server, but then you might also have like a server dedicated to protocol R&D, where people can talk exclusively about new features in a protocol, new development, etc. So that's the main thing that's being implemented in the short term. There's two other initiatives. The first one is incentives. So let me stop sharing. Okay. The first initiative is an incentive program. The goal is to introduce an incentive program that is a lot more frictionless than the current DAO grant program. At the moment, if you want to get paid by the DAO for contributions, you have to submit a proposal and let people discuss it in the forum and put it up for a 7-day vote and all that stuff. There's not really there's not a default to momentum into action, and the goal is to enable people to just get on with getting stuff done and to be recognized for it. So we're now we're considering implementing, and we've had this on our radar for more than a year now, but we didn't want to move too soon, implementing a tool called SourceCred, which is used to basically measure the reputation of contributors in a community. There have been some problems with SourceCred in other communities due to poor implementations, but our plan is that we would keep it quite restricted as an experiment to make sure that there's no gaming going on, and always to ensure that we can fall back on the grant program if the SourceCred program is unfairly not rewarding people who have been contributing. You'll essentially the quests channel with all the opportunities that people can post to get work done is going to be kind of like bounties. Like if anyone in the community has an idea for work that should be done, like, hey, there should be a diagnostics tool that nodes can run to figure out what's wrong with their configuration. You don't have to post a bounty and say, hey, I'll personally pay 100 Pocket for this or whatever. You can just say, hey, in the quest channel, hey, this should be done. And then people can pick it up, they can do it, and then they can then, in a different channel, report the work that they've done. And if people like the work that they've done, they can react to that with positive emojis. And this will all feed into the reputation tracker. And then ultimately, the plan is to propose to the DAO that we would dedicate a continuous percentage of all DAO block rewards to this incentive program. So in other words, just as nodes continuously earn Pocket for the work that they're doing, and the DAO continuously earns 10% of the block reward, a subset of that 10% would be dedicated to this contributor incentive program and continuously paid out to contributors, probably on a monthly basis, proportional to their share of the reputation of the contributor group. So the end result of that is that we don't have to worry about as much, what are we paying for this specific task? How do I have to do this proposal? You can just get the work done, report the work that you've done, and then you'll get paid at the end of the month in Pocket. That's the goal. So I'll be refining that initiative and most likely submitting a proposal to the DAO next week. And I'm quite excited about it. There are obviously there's a lot of cans of worms in terms of like making sure you get the incentives right, and don't introduce gaming, and make sure that, for example, non-sexy work like cleaning up code gets just as much recognition as building new features, etc. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we need to take into account, but we're hoping to address those and propose it next week. But yeah, I don't want to waffle on too much, but that's an idea of where our head is at with community. We want to create a lot more opportunities for everyone to contribute to our common effort and to be recognized for it. And we're very excited to implement it. If any of you have any feedback on these ideas, both the Discord refactor and the idea for having an incentive program, a reputation system, then feel free to unmute and share it, or you can also DM me. And part of this overall process will be me doing essentially user interviews in a way, but with contributors to understand what we do right, what we do wrong, how we can make things better. So also, if you're interested in participating in one of these interviews and helping me to help the contributor experience a lot better than it currently is, then DM me about that as well. But yeah, that's me done on the on that topic, and I believe now we'll pass on to Mike, unless anyone wants to unmute, to talk about Operation Overclock.
Thanks, Jack and Valeria. Super excited for both the wallet and the direction that the community is going into. And for context, Jack has put so much thought into this, and really the intention here is to really bring in as many people as possible to come in and contribute. Yeah, very excited about it. Anyways, I'm going to quickly talk about Operation Overclock. I don't have a screen share or anything like that. And I'll post a public version of this next week as well. But this is basically something, an effort we've been calling internally Operation Overclock. And the whole purpose behind this is to add as many chains as possible to become paid and supported by Pocket. Right? We're kind of like an Uniswap for infrastructure in this respect, and any blockchain can be added. And one of the main things here is that we're kind of in an interesting point in time, I think, in the broader kind of crypto space, where we've seen dozens of blockchains being launched, layer ones, layer twos, all these Tendermint chains, all these parachains that are starting to ramp up, and it feels like we're in a really great position to really grow amongst all these chains. So what we've done is really put an effort and really focus the entire foundation organization around really spinning up as many chains as possible. We kind of do this. We're doing this in kind of a proactive way. And for context, we'll be in a call, for example, from 3-4 months ago with someone who needs BSC support. And we'd be like, hey, yeah, we'll support BSC in a couple of months, for example. And that's really at that moment in time, that's when someone is most willing to switch over to Pocket at that moment of highest pain, if you will, when there's another provider that is faulty or not providing the data or whatever it might be. So the real big purpose behind this is to be as proactive as possible. We have a good pulse on where things are going in terms of where developers are building on and these sorts of things. So for context, you guys know that Solana, I believe, is launching next week. We're working also on getting Harmony, Algorand, and Arweave as well up in the coming couple of months. But I really just wanted to talk about this to the node runners. One, get your thoughts on how quickly we're going. If things are moving too fast, definitely let us know. And also to put a call out to all you node runners who are running other chains as well. If you're already running something that we don't support, come and talk to us, because we can pretty quickly add that to the portal and begin, talking applications on those chains. We have a what we call an altruist system. So anyone can provide this kind of altruist infrastructure. For example, if an application overrides their stake, and that's pretty important in this respect. I believe Ben Van, for example, is contributing to the altruist infrastructure. This also protects us if we have any chain halts or anything like that. But more importantly, if you're already running these nodes, we can add that to the portal itself. And we're investing pretty heavily in hackathons and are really just really talking to as many developers as we can. So like I said, I'll post a something on this next week on the forums. But generally would love to get thoughts, feedback from node runners on this approach. Because we feel like in the next, say, 6 months or so, if we're supporting, say 30, 40, 50 chains, where we, that's a pretty incredible feat. And, I think that'll position us really nicely for 2022 in terms of really growing to 100 million relays a day and eventually onto 1 billion and more. So that's a quick overview on Operation Overclock. I'll stop talking there. If you guys have any questions, or just write a comment in the community calls channel, or if you just want to wait for the forum post and discuss it there, that's fine too. And also, if you're already running nodes that aren't paid in the network, let us know, because that's something that we can work on you with. So thanks. If there are no questions, I will hand it off back to Jack.
Okie dokie. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Oh,
Juniper, for calling it out. I can see how I think it's Juniper, right? Yeah, Juniper. For context, Patrick is part of Pocket. If you guys want a Pope for participating, Patrick is sending you DMs. This is not a scam. So each link he sends you is a unique link. So just keep an eye out for that if you want a Pope for being as a part of the community call.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mike, and thanks for the double check and Jennifer. It's definitely me, and I can confirm at any time, like with more messages if you want.
Yeah, before on previous calls, we had a bot system. You would submit a command to the bot, and that would provide you with your POP. But not everyone was going through that, so we've decided to try just DMing links to everyone that's attending. This also helps us to ensure that people who are just joining the server to get the POP and not actually attending the call don't get the POP unfairly. So, yep. So thanks, guys. The next topic is POKTscan. The block explorer for Pocket. I'll be screen sharing and will be presenting with the help of Jorge Overlord, who is the lead developer building POKTscan. So I will share my screen just now. Okay. Can you all see that? Yep. Perfect. Okay, so Jorge, how do you want to structure this? Because there's been so many new features that I can't fully remember which ones are new since last time.
The first one and the most important, I think, is the relay by chains there in the dashboard. That will allow you to check and filter everything relay made in the network, and you can filter by the specific date range. You can set up whatever date range you need or you want, and after that you can also filter which chains are you interested to see.
Yep.
And also after that you can also set how much data aggregation you want to see. You can do this block by block, or you can select different kind of time range to join the information.
Nice. Yeah, I've been checking out on this quite often. And then
we are also working to allow you to see these ways. One is by chains, each one in different line, and a different mode, one that join every single chain in one. So that will allow you to see the entire volume of transfers and relays on the network.
Yeah, I've seen some previews of this. So yeah, there'll be the ability to see as a percentage how much percentage of the total relay specific chains are accounting for, which is awesome.
This also allows you to export as CSV on the top 3 dots on the chart. You can export, print, or do an image of this, so you can have a few different ways to get this data.
Nice.
So
Would be cool.
The other,
would be cool if you can click those colors on the bottom to kind of sort out individual chains. As I don't know, I think that'd be pretty interesting, and making it easier to kind of just take a look at individual chains and stuff.
Yeah, we are seeing the line being highlighted. But yeah, it would be cool if it controls the filter up here for sure. Yeah. And then we've added this feature, which was originally in Coder's network chart. Relays are really up these days.
In these two, we are still working. We are trying to improve how they look, and we are doing a factor for the top performance information. And probably we will move this information just to numbers instead of charts, and they will be placed up because they will get you the right information in a more.
Yes, numbers instead of speedometer, please.
Yeah, because right now they look nice, but don't really help so much if you don't set the mouse over. So we are trying to move this out instead of chart to numbers on the top little squares. We are refactoring that to show more relevant information. So when you come the first time on the page, you will get enough information to see how the network is going and how the network is growing.
Yeah, and related to that feature, we also have chain rewards specific to nodes. And you can select the nodes that you want to filter to see how many relays your specific nodes have done, or anyone else's nodes really, which is awesome.
Yeah, you can click on node selector, and there you will be allowed to filter by address, public key, service domain, or service URL. You can click there. So in each column you can filter and select with the checkbox at the left. So after you select all the nodes you want to see, just click on apply, and that will show the release for those nodes on the proper date range you select. This is basically the same of relay by chain, but allow you to filter by some specific nodes.
Yep, and I believe there's plans to, similarly to making the speedometer something more useful, there's also plans to, rather than just showing the relays that your nodes have done, also aggregating how much Pocket you've earned per node and per chain.
Yeah, we are working to improve this as much as possible, as much as we get feedback or user requirements. We are trying to improve. So we are trying to get this as much useful as possible for the entire community, not just few node runners.
Yep. Do we have? Oh yeah, have we talked about this? Was this feature available on the community call?
I think in the last community call, this feature was not there. The last largest node runners was not there. The station was there. Well, the map is just that. Is how much nodes we detect on each country. We are using geo IP localization, so as much as we keep update the database, we can check with IP where they are, but it's not very precise for now. So we are working to try to get a more precise database for this, and we keep the updated database one time at the and that is for that map. Is not so you can click on the section on colors and you get information. Click on it.
I'm clicking.
Okay, I don't know why do you don't see I am the same. If you want, I can share my screen. That will pop up a tooltip, and you can go from there to the node list and filter by the country. That will show you numbers too about the how much node there are, how much are they, how much power in Pocket they have.
Yep, this is. I'm really pleased with this chart. It's very helpful to see how much validator power different entities have. For sure. And then we also have our consensus measurement. Yeah, this will be really helpful. And not so needed now that we're not doing as many protocol upgrades, but very helpful when we're doing protocol upgrades and we're trying to see how many people are on different versions. So yeah, awesome work here.
Yeah, that should be allow you to click to and see more. You are using Safari, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other tooltip is like that. I don't know why it's not showing up for you. It's like that. We show the same information for section on the map.
Yep.
So the other feature, but it's still in progress, we are integrating a top search. So in theory, you can search whatever you want. You can type a block number, you can type a hash, address, key, or service URL, and you will get results. You will be able to click them and navigate to the specific element. You can type, for example, Jack, a block hey, or an address, or the start of an address. And you can click there and show the detail. We are still working on this because right now we have the separated, so we are going to improve this and get better time response for the search.
Yep. Awesome. And then also the Discord webhook that we have planned. I don't think we can show anything, but we can possibly talk about it.
Maybe I can just show the how they will, but I don't know if that really relevant for now.
I can just talk about it, but basically, similar to how we have a channel in Discord which has an update of all of the GitHub activity, we will also have a channel with updates on network activity. So, for example, block by block summaries, which will provide data on how many relays were in the block, how many transactions, nodes, apps, and also which chain accounted for the most relays in that block. So that would be a nice way to just keep an eye on how things are going on the network. And we have some other fun ideas like posting like a celebration banner when we hit a new daily relay record and stuff like that. So yeah, that will be. I'm quite excited for that. It's not core functionality, but it's I don't know. It's nice. So yeah, that's I think that's everything new in PocketScan, unless there's anything else that we need to share.
Yeah, we are going to also publish some kind of summary. It's 6 hours or something like that, with important or relevant number for the network, also using Discord too.
Awesome.
So thank Jack, thank everyone.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's PocketScan. I believe we've covered everything that was on the agenda. We're wrapping up 15 minutes before the end of the hour. So we can wrap up now unless anyone wants to bring up a topic for discussion. Has any questions? Yeah, feel free to unmute and speak. No? No questions? Okay. Well, I think we can end it here. Be sure to claim the pulp that Patrick has DM'd you a link to. And you're also entitled to Pocket Arcade Quest or achievement that will take you one step closer to a vote in the DAO. So DM me if you want to claim that. But yeah, that's everything. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you all.
Thanks all.
Everyone.
Everyone.